Hey everybody, it's Jay, the owner of WilmingtonRealEstate.com, Wilmington-Real-Estate.com, and the opening, or I should say the homepage for that site is right here. It is the best site in Southeast North Carolina. I also, compared to everyone else around here, actually have a real estate blog with heavy duty deep dive content on various niches of real estate. Okay, so Ocean Lakes neighborhood in depth, how do the numbers work? HOA fees in Brunswick Forest, what happened to Curry Beach Light? It became like Wrightsville Beach, etc. I have a whole bunch of serious articles and pieces. I'm going to real quick point out an observation about Shell Island Resort. I've been a top realtor there at Shell Island Resort on the list side and the buyer agent side for quite a while. And it's crazy right now. You have, let's see, how many is this? One, two, three, four, five, six. And then I think it even scrolls down more. I don't know how to use this dumb thing. Good Lord. Yeah, and then another one right here. So you have 7 active units, and at my website it shows really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units for sale. They're active. Some of them have been active for, let's go back and highlight that. 1 year, 392 days. 2 years, 727 days. That's pretty wild. It tells you there's some stubborn sellers out there, that's for sure. Is there something wrong with Shell Island Resort? No. Prices peaked. I think some people realize it's done. It's not going up anymore, so we're out of here. That's just a theory. These people sort of waited a few months too long to bail, though. Or maybe they just have life curveballs and they change their mind and they're moving their money, play money, 1031 money. They're moving it somewhere else. I recently sold 2 units at Shell Island Resort, and it's because the investors wanted to move their money somewhere else, and it's their prerogative. So we did not sell for top dollar because we wanted to just move the money to a different investment property. So they did not ask me to sell for top dollar. They asked me to get it sold. So we did. So these have been listed, some of these forever, 625, 595, 625, and now a 619. I mean, good Lord. I mean, what planet are these people living on? So I sold a guy. I have 6 transactions with them. We sold one for 560 because that was his prerogative. Could we have gotten more? Yes. I believe the market value is more closer around 575 now. So a lot of these people could get a quicker sale if they'll just come down. They might be shooting themselves long term, etc. But how do the number? Then their question is, what's going on here? Well, you can see going back to last year. This is October. Prices have stayed pretty flat here. 545, 555. There was one higher sale, but generally they're there around 560, for example, unless there's some special reason like it's a ninth floor unit. So I've just been blown away as someone who loves Sir Shell Island Resort that I don't know if I've ever seen 7 active listings there before. It's sort of freaky. If you're interested in that community, I would recommend throwing out 550 offers to multiple units and seeing if somebody wants to do business. And then you go from there. How do the numbers work here? Well, basically, they gross, for example, 57,000, and then you subtract 6,000 in HOA fees, so you're at 51,000, and then you subtract a few thousand of taxes, so you're at 48,000. You have the inlet assessment every 5 years that averages out to maybe 1,000 a year, but maybe much less. So now you're down to 47,000, and then you have the on-site property management fee. That's 36%. It's a whopper. And I can find you properties with higher return on investment than Shell Island Resort. That is for sure. But when you take that out, I don't have the calculator right in front of me. In the end, for example, you're keeping 25,000 for yourself when all these fees get added up. So you take 25,000 divided by 575, and you get an idea of where your numbers are. However, when you do a pro forma and you take depreciation and stuff, instead of a 4% return, you might be getting like a 6.5% return, something like that. They're a great place and reliable place to safely put your money, and you know what you're getting, and there's no surprises unless you get a hurricane. But even at Shell Island Resort, they're heavily insured. Investors still got, I believe, $20,000, two $10,000 checks maybe back in 2019 for when units were not available to rent because they had some income insurance there. I don't think any other places had income insurance in place that I've heard of anyway. So it's run very well. But the management fees are extremely high. You get these high management fees too in Myrtle Beach markets. But down there, you're allowed to actually, with many of those buildings that have lazy rivers, bowling alleys, etc., you can bring in your own outside manager there and often get it managed for 15%. However, down in Myrtle Beach, you don't have as much opportunity for appreciation because there's so many condos in Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach. I mean, it's mind blowing. But you can get higher return on investment year in, year out if you're just looking for annual returns and what you keep with cash flow. In North Carolina, we do have, let me just peek up here to Atlantic Towers real quick and show you just because it has such a different way of doing things. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, there's just two active now. There was about six before. The thing that's interesting about Atlantic Towers, it's also a condotel, high rise, Carolina Beach, but instead of a 36% management fee, if I recall correctly, they're a 19%. So you can actually keep more of your money over here than down there. So I've got all the inside juicy details on a bunch of condos from North Topsail Beach, where you might have a $13,000 HOA fee because of additional insurance assessments added on. Ocean Dunes can have a $20,000 HOA fee in Curry Beach. But my point is, I've got it all memorized practically across a whole bunch of beaches to help you. But for now, Shell Island Resort is having a hard time. There's a glut of listings there. In one way, though, it's an opportunity for buyers to send out feeler contracts, even orally, and offer to do business with somebody.